All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Mike. Hey, where y'all going?
Right back to him on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And incomplete.
You put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Rodgers now operating from the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Looking to throw. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a Temple program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
A nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack as it moves in past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Jake Ryan leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, now look at 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They'll set up a throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now the Packers get set to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. This is Jones. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Hey, where y'all going?
On play action, Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Where y'all going?
Shotgun now for Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 12 yards and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Where y'all going?
Here's Rodgers throwing again. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll pitch it out to Jones. Spins away. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
You got him! You got him!
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now, you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got the size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey. Four down. Gun!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
We are going. Zoom.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Flushed out. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you've got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going up top. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelm. Because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
That's fine, yeah.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now it's Rodgers. eluding the pressure. And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And here now come the Falcons. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
It's caught by Mike Evans. Mike Evans, he's going to go. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Elliott puts this one through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 49. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Why we saw that field goal try a moment ago, I'll never understand. But as a result, this offense, they've got to be pumped. 1st and 10 in striking position already. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Crosby for the point after. Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He's going to let this one go deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Evans has it left side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll look to throw here. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Kelvin Benjamin. Touchdown, Falcons. Kelvin Benjamin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything. But you ignore the guy who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because there's such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Able to shake him off. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The 1st down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. Call it a pickup of 7 on the ground. That trims it to a 3rd and 15 situation. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's J.K. Scott now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. They'll look to set up his blockers. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. He's got Evans. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw again. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run?
And got his man complete. The 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add on to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would. And he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up a throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be out right at the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for
Lucky
it.
56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Set. 319. 319. Gone.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Shedding the tackle. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And that one's complete to Gurley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And it's a big play there on 3rd down, but with the marker on the field, I don't think it's going to hold. Let's see. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Back to throw again. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
That's fine, yeah.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 79 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Rodgers now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
319.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the one. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action today.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And he knocks it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
right?
Yeah,
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw, trying to lay one up deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
3 down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for 1st down. Now they'll run on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 5 there.